outside eating 16 hot dogs.
I blacked out and ate 16 hot dogs.
In 5 minutes. Whirlpooling and people's doughboys.
Are men okay? Like, literally.
Am I the a-hole? Hey, you guys. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Liz, and this is the Besties in the Books podcast.
Woo! Welcome.
Buckle up for a spoiler-free episode. We haven't done one of these in a while.
So long.
I'm so excited. So today we're going to be doing one of our responding to Am I the A-hole threads on Reddit. 4th of July themed.
Yeah.
So you guys like the holiday episodes. We like the holiday episodes. It always seems like there's good, like, family, friend drama for the holidays. And then that way, you know, over on Instagram, we can post polls and stories that you guys can then vote. Are they the a-hole or not? And we love doing that with you guys too. So make sure to go follow us over there. Before we get started on this super fun episode for 4th of July, Am I the A-hole? We wanted to address the gigantic elephant in the room. Which is, you know, this July 4th, it might be a little bit hard for us to feel like there's much to celebrate. Maybe a little bit harder than the typical 4th of July. So this is our reminder to you that at the end of the day, you know, all things said and done, over 5 million people actually were protesting on No King's Day. So millions of others were resisting in other ways. You know, numerous other ways, depending on what you were able to do. So we just wanted to focus on that and how at the end of the day, if you are struggling mentally right now with everything that is going on, we completely understand that. But just know that, you know, there are millions and millions and millions of people out there who share the same hope and beliefs that we can do better, and we just wanted to give you a little bit of that mental escape, a little bit of time to laugh. That's our job here, is to make you guys laugh and have a good time. If we can do it even for, you know, an hour a week or whatever it is for you. But we really just wanted to address that issue and just remind you that we're all resisting in our own way and you're not alone.
Yes.
So there's that.
Definitely.
But before we get into these people's problems, we just wanted to say thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, seriously, thank you guys so much for being here, taking time out of your day and your book, and maybe your busy, crazy, hectic summer schedule. Thank you for joining us today and just seeing, you know, how we would respond to these Am I the A-hole threads. And we can't wait to hear what you guys say about these too, because sometimes we're wrong, you know, and that's okay. So make sure to like, follow, and subscribe anywhere you like to listen to your favorite podcasts, including YouTube. We are trying to hit our 1,000 minimum over there by fall. That's our little goal over here. So it means a lot to us whenever you guys hit those subscribe buttons. We appreciate it. And then also follow us over on TikTok and Instagram. We're at Besties in the Books podcast everywhere. We do sprinkle these little Am I the A-hole, you know, episodes in, especially during the holidays, because they're so fun. But we are primarily a book podcast. Usually we do like a little book icebreaker that tends to be holiday themed, because there's surprisingly a lot of them. Sorry, there weren't any this time, though. So this is going to be all summer or 4th of July themed. I tried searching it every which way, and I couldn't find anything book related. So, you know, take a break from your homework, take a break from your book, and just hang out with us and just vibe. So, here
we are.
But, of course, we're going to keep it millennial nostalgia theme, you know, over here with our fave and fail. It's going to be great.
Summer Childhood Edition.
Yes.
Shall we just kick that off, like, right out of the gate? Why don't you start this time?
Okay.
What's your fave and fail Summer Childhood Edition?
Of course, I have, like, a ton of favorites, but I narrowed them down to just a few that I'll mention because we don't have all day. And I could go on and on. So, hang on. Let me get my list. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my God.
No, briefly mention some of my favorite moments of childhood that don't happen anymore that I see.
Yeah.
Whirlpooling and people's doughboys? First of all,
oh my God.
Nobody calls it a doughboy anymore, right? Above ground pool. This is so fancy. Guys, those are doughboys, okay?
Yeah. Like, just because you built a deck around it doesn't make it not what it is. You know what I mean?
As a doughboy.
Yeah.
But like, especially because the friends that I had that would have, they're a little bit of a smaller size. So you could easily create like a vortex pool. So I loved that. We had a broken jacuzzi for a while, and that's what we would do in the summer.
Oh, there you go.
And then ride the wave. I don't see kids doing that anymore. It's great.
Yeah, probably not.
It's so fun. Specifically, the Flintstones, is it push pops or push ups? The ice cream?
Push-ups, I think.
Okay.
Those are so good. Me and my husband were just talking about these, dude. Jolly
good.
Llama. Here's the PSA. Go to your local co-op, Whole Foods, whatever. Jolly Llama. They're vegan. Okay. Make some that are very similar in mango and in strawberry, I want to say. The mango ones are bomb, and they're very similar in texture.
Okay. I'll be the judge of that. Because I feel like, though, without the Flintstones characters, just doesn't feel the same.
I mean, it's not the same, but it's like as close as we can get.
Yeah. But like, you would keep the little plastic little piece. We'd use it for like, I don't know, an umbrella. It's kind of the same type of thing that with the pizzas, the little Barbie tables.
Yeah, it's like a Barbie table.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is a good piece of plastic, man. I don't know what I'm going to use with it, but I'm going to do something with it. Or you get somebody else and you make a little wheel, like roll.
Yep.
Yeah. So those like, being bored can be a good thing as a kid.
Yeah.
Definitely trying to
Use
make
that
my kids more
imagination.
bored lately. Okay. And so this is a bit of a fave and a fail. Okay. Rolling into my fail section here. This is a twofer.
Okay.
Tanning without knowing the extreme risks of skin cancer and premature aging. Oh, what a time, guys. Tanning,
See,
baby oil, tanning
never
beds.
for me.
Oh, well, yeah.
Never for me.
Yeah. My fair
I'm
lady.
far too pale for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was never on my
Well, you attempted,
agenda.
but
Yeah, it didn't work out. No,
Didn't work out.
I'm an old school Jergens self-tanning lotion girl. Because that's
like
been
the
around
gradual.
since, yeah, it's been around since the dawn of time. I used to buy it at Rite Aid.
Yep.
So there you go.
Yeah. But man, something about that. Something about that. So it's a fail because, hey, oh, whoops, we're not supposed to do that. Okay, but my actual fails I wrote down were, hey, slip and slides?
Oh, God.
Yeah, never really loved them. Never really loved, like,
neither.
always would kind of, it was one of those things when I was thinking about it, I was like, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm not doing that, but I wouldn't be the first, and then people get bored and hurt real fast, and you just don't do it.
I was definitely the I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Through
so
and through.
painful, just smacking down.
Well, and it's rocks. Like, there's never enough. There's never enough.
Yeah, it's rocks. It's just your rocks.
Like,
And
there's
even if there's
never
grass.
enough cushion.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there's a
Yeah.
rock down in there somewhere, and it's freaking jabbing you somewhere unpleasant.
Yeah. Oof.
That's what happened.
Okay, the other thing, and that's just, it is what it is. But just not having an AC in the summer. Golly.
Yep.
Just trying to sleep and you're just sweating. So that was
Yeah.
my childhood in the summer. So while it was
Yeah.
so good, you were exhausted at night because you couldn't sleep.
It was so hot.
So hot, so hot.
Yeah, I put faves of childhood summers in the 90s, right?
Yes.
Riding your bike until it literally just gets dark outside. Like, basically just, like, going out into the neighborhood and just covering, like, I would say probably a good 5 square miles of area without any way for your parents to track you. It was, like, just be home by dark.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning and the end of it. So some of my favorite memories were, like, it was specifically, like, a very bike ridey, like, centered culture where you just meet up with your friends and just go everywhere.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
So that was one of my favorites for sure. Renting videos from in the Kern, the gas station.
Yeah.
We didn't have no Blockbuster. Okay. We had a place, and I'm not making this up. We had a place called the Damn Corner.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It was a gas station that we would rent videos from every Friday night.
See, I didn't know they had videos there because we were on the other side, and we had a video palace at one point. I think it was called. Mm-hmm.
Video Palace and Video Plus were right next to each other.
Yeah,
They
we
were
weren't
both
allowed
great.
to go to Video Plus because there was an adult section in the back, so my parents wouldn't support it. It was also like half of a washer and dryer, like what was that
like
place?
an appliance store.
Yes,
I
half
know.
an appliance store, half a video store. Their selection sucked, anyways. The like couple times I had to go in there for my parents' washer, I'm like, I don't want to go here anyways. Their selection.
Well, I remember.
sucks.
So Video Palace was the one that you would go to. Okay,
Yeah.
they had a great fantasy section, guys.
Yeah,
Like I remember, it was like a whole kids area that was like sectioned off, and it was decorated all cool, and that's where my obsession with fairy tale theater movies started.
Ooh, oh yes,
Yeah, because we would occasionally get to go out there, but yeah, I was in Wofford Heights, so I was a little bit of a drive away from there. So normally we would go to the gas station and rent our videos, as you do.
Nice.
You know.
Yeah, we did have a little tiny store in our area that we were, because we were like way out in the mountains, and he had probably like 25 dusty VHSs that every once in a while we would get. Yeah. Not great ones though.
R.I.P. R.I.P. I know we have one video store left in Humboldt County that's still hanging on. I think it's someone's, I mean, she has an incredible collection, but I think it's like her like passion project, personal thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, oh, I miss it.
I do.
So what else did I put? Oh, I just put no internet really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No phones.
Yeah. No obligations.
No obligations.
Yeah.
Just free. Just
Yeah.
call your parents on the payphone with a quarter.
Yep. Crazy.
So those were some of my favorites when I just kind of like briefly thought about it. My fail I put was, so we've talked in the past about church camp. Okay. So lots of good came out of going to church camp. It was fun. I liked hanging out with my friends or whatever. There was one summer where I came home with strep throat and pink eye.
Ah, that'll do it.
At the same time.
At the same time. I just can't catch a
From
break.
summer camp.
Ugh,
Yeah. So be careful in those summer camp pools, guys.
Yeah. It's facts.
Yikes, yikes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yep.
Tell us what your favorite
Aw.
millennial summer
Yeah.
memories are.
Or if we have any Gen Z or Gen X listeners out there, we do in our demographic, so we don't want to isolate you guys too. Y'all grew up with us, alongside us, just different age groups. Yeah. What's your favorite
Let
just
us know.
childhood years, of yesteryears? Faves and fails. We'll put a box up on our Instagram. Besties in the Books podcast. Yeah.
Love it.
Love
okay,
it.
so should we just get into this Am I the A-hole 4th of July edition?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, you want to go first? You want me to go first today?
Sure, I'll go first this round. Okay. So I had to
hear
do
it.
some 4th of July adjacent stuff because, I was getting creative. And I thought this one was funny. Well, I didn't read it all the way, so we'll see. But I like the title. Okay. Am I the a-hole for beating my girlfriend's dad in a hot dog eating contest? Okay, well, we'll see. Okay, so the hot dog eating contest happened like 6 months ago during summer. I had no idea that I did anything wrong, but my girlfriend and I were arguing about something else, and she brought the contest up.
Imagine you're like having a fight with your girlfriend. She's like, remember that hot dog eating contest?
Yeah, like what? Man, you've been holding on to that.
Yeah. Like,
Let's find out why.
Okay. All right.
So she
Can't
brought up the contest and said that I acted childish and wanted to know if there was anything that I had to apologize for. I ate one too many hot dogs. No. So basically, 6 months ago, my girlfriend invited me to a food festival in her hometown. The day I arrived, I learned that there was a hot dog eating contest and the prize would be a $100 gift card.
My gosh.
Okay. Not enough, though, for me, but okay.
No, absolutely not.
To a large tech retail store. Being a casual competitive eater in college... Is this real? A casual competitive eater. Just casually competitive eating.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a little off the rails here. I decided it would be a fun idea to enter and sign up on the website. Yeah, all sounds good.
Yeah.
When I told my girlfriend's family I had entered the contest, my girlfriend's dad good-naturedly clapped me on the back and said, "Let the best man win."
Okay. The challenge has been accepted.
I smacked him with a glove. I challenge you to a duel. So apparently my girlfriend's dad had won the hot dog eating contest for the last 4 years. Oh, the plot thickens. and was somewhat expecting to win again. I mean, why wouldn't he? 4-time
years.
champ. 4-time
Yeah.
hot dog eating champ. Wanting the gift card, I decided to give the contest my all. I mean, why wouldn't
Okay.
you? Because it's a hot dog eating contest. Like, it's not
it's a
that
friendly
deep.
competition. It's not that deep.
Okay. I ate a bunch of hot dogs as one does. There's no way we can get through this. I ate a bunch of hot dogs.
Yeah, okay.
Good.
Great.
I'd get a 1.5 down, be like, I give up. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing. Blacked out. But by the time I was done, I'd eaten 16 hot dogs.
I blacked out and ate 16 hot dogs.
In 5 minutes. Dude.
Wait, does that include the bun too?
Usually.
Yeah, that's a lot of
sometimes
food.
my husband, it's so gross. I can't watch it. Sometimes my husband will put that on if we happen to be home for 4th of July because there's a hot dog eating contest every year. And
That's
this guy
hilarious.
dominates it every time. It is so disgusting. Like, there's different techniques. They shovel the hot dogs in first, eat the bread later. It's so gross. But yeah, anyways, so this guy, okay, he eats 16 in 5 minutes. That's
Crazy.
that's how many dogs a minute? 2 to 3.
Yeah.
3 dogs.
Blue
That's
ribbon
at least
for you.
3 hot dogs a minute because 3 times
crazy.
5 is 15. Okay. Jeez. Okay.
There's your math lesson of the day.
Yeah.
All right.
Plus 1 bonus. Anyways, so 16 hot dogs, 5 minutes of beating my girlfriend's dad who had only eaten 12 hot dogs.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, so not by
Yeah.
1, by 3. No, 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let the best man win. Let the best man win.
Shh. When I was done, my girlfriend's brother Liam, who was 14, and a bunch of his friends mobbed me, calling me the dogler, okay, giving me high fives and clapping me on the back. Are you having a moment over there?
The dogler?
So they said I dethroned the dogler, pointing to my girlfriend's dad, and that I was the new dogler, and that I was a real Glizzard Rizzler. This is like some Gen Z is the like younger generation than us. I don't know
they're
what
leaving
they're
us
saying.
behind.
The Rizzler Dogler. Like, what the hell are we talking about? Okay, or something like that. And that I was just shoveling glizzy after glizzy down my gullet. Okay. I guess a glizzy is a hot dog. Great.
He ate a lot of hot dogs.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So they posted pictures with me. It was weird, but kind of fun. Okay, so he got a lot of props from the youths. Okay, so he really got a lot of attention on that. All right, just living. He's like getting thrown in the air, like having his big moment.
The Gatorade. They poured
the
it on his head.
Gatorade. So later, my girlfriend's dad came up to me, shook my hand, and said it was a good competition. He went home to do something in his workshop, so I hung out with my girlfriend, Liam, and his friends, going around to various food stalls and games. When we all ate dinner that night, you ate after that? Okay.
I love that. He's like, I ate 16 hot dogs and I had to have dinner.
Yeah.
As you do.
Okay, so when I ate dinner later that night, the hot dog contest didn't even come up at all, except when Liam kept referring to me as the dogler, saying that he wanted to make a special dogler shirt for me. He had
Yeah, that
great.
sounds great.
We had a nice breakfast the next morning, still eating. Okay.
Yeah.
No sign that anything was wrong. Today, though, so this is like 6 months later, right? So today, my girlfriend brought up in the argument that her dad was actually really wounded by losing the hot dog eating contest, but just didn't say anything to me. What, were you supposed to let him win? That's not how contests work.
Wait, are men okay?
What? Well, wait, there's more. Okay. I said if I wasn't supposed to enter the contest, then was it really a contest at all? And she said that it was less about the contest than about the special dogler shirt. Liam made his dad a dogler shirt for the years he won the contest, but now I got the dogler contest shirt.
If anything, you think that, like, okay, so in this family, obviously that means a lot. So you would think that it would be like an exciting thing. Like, look, we're both so talented in this area and we can carry on the legacy in the family.
Golly. Okay, she said that her dad only wanted to win the contest to connect with Liam. Okay, so this is like some major like coming of age plot connection between the
my
dad and the
God.
son. Give me a break. There's nothing to do with
Be
the boyfriend.
able to like hug your son without having to shove 16 hot dogs down your throat. How
Just-
about that?
Give him a hug and tell him you love him for crying out
Yeah.
loud.
We know it's hard.
Gotta get 16 hot dogs down. No way I'm gonna do that. Give him a hug, tell him I love him, tell him I'm proud of him. Yeah. So that was his way to connect with
man.
Liam. And if anything, I should be able to understand the masculine ego.
Oh.
So Reddit, am I the a-hole? Wait, posted this shirt.
Is it cool?
All right, let's let it load. Here for the people first. Okay, the dogler.
Nice.
Okay. It's like handmade.
I like that. Yeah.
Lightning bolts and everything.
I feel kind of sad for Liam because he seems like a cool dude and like he's just there supporting everyone and being chill and like now they're making it into a thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, she's making it into a thing at least. Well, and like if okay. Let's say this. So this is at least a 4-year tradition as far as we know. How come he didn't know about it?
Yeah.
Right?
Like that it was
He
so
just
serious.
entered it like randomly. And then
Maybe
they're like,
they
oh,
just
yeah.
got together not that long ago.
Yeah,
you
but that's
know?
what I mean. It's like, well, calm down, guys. It's not that serious. It's a freaking
isn't.
hot dog eating contest.
Well, it's like what she said, though. It's like what she said is at the core of the issue.
Yes.
It's a, what did she say? Like basically a strike against her
bonding thing.
dad's like male ego or something like that.
Well, that's a
Yeah.
him problem.
That's a
That's
him
not
problem.
the boyfriend's problem whatsoever.
Also,
Masculine
this is-
up, then. Eat some more hot dogs. That's not my problem. You can't shovel them back, man. Old man. No.
Let the best man win. Clap,
I mean,
clap on the back.
he said
Like,
it.
He said it. I guess I'm the
I'm
best
petty,
man. Now.
I'd drill so much harder into it too, because
Yeah.
it's not serious.
It's not serious. I think that's the core of the issue, though, is like, if she's not blowing it out of proportion, this is actually coming from her dad, then, like, let's think about it. Her dad's probably at least, we'll say, around 40, maybe.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, no. No, he is not the a-hole at all.
No.
At all.
No. If you've tried therapy, that might work.
Try therapy.
Yeah, try therapy. Obviously, the internet said not the a-hole for winning the hot dog eating contest.
No.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but if, like, your ego's that wrapped up in, like, how many hot dogs you can eat, we've got issues.
Yeah.
We've got issues.
We've got issues, man. And why is the girlfriend holding on to this for 6 months?
I feel like we also need to, like, address, like, this other aspect that just keeps popping into my head. Like, of all the foods that your, like, male masculine ego would be, like, wrapped up in eating, can we talk about the fact that it's hot dogs?
Yeah, can we talk about that for a second? Can we talk about that? Hot dogs? Really? Really? Hot dogs? Not
Like, there's
pie?
nothing...
Not
there's
pie?
nothing... Not pie! There's nothing manlier than shoving a bunch of hot dogs down your throat.
Really?
Like, I just had to say it.
All right, well, glad that's settled. Moving
love
on,
it.
what do you got?
Oh, that was hilarious. Okay. So this one was a 4th of July one.
Great.
Okay. Would I be the a-hole if I still used fireworks despite our neighbor's request not to? Okay.
That's a big point of contention, fireworks, during this time of year. It is.
It is indeed. It is indeed. This morning, I received a flyer in our mailbox from a neighbor saying to please refrain from using fireworks tomorrow because of her autistic son and 2 dogs. For years, a few households in the neighborhood would get together, share food, and light fireworks together on the 4th. I already called a neighbor to discuss this with her, and she said her family will still be participating in fireworks, and so will others. I already bought $200 worth of fireworks and have invited friends and family over to celebrate. Would I be the a-hole to ignore my neighbor and continue my tradition? Edit, a neighbor has gone to their house offering to buy earmuffs for her child and invite them to the party, but there's no answer on the door. We live in Las Vegas, where it is legal to light fireworks the week of the 4th as long as they don't rocket, leave the ground. It's an easy drive to, like, a place to get illegal fireworks, but those are not the ones that they have. Would they be the a-hole?
Ooh, this is always a sticky one. It
I know.
is.
I had a hard time with this one too. That's why I chose it, because I was curious what people would think. Because it's like, they say, okay, so the internet is saying not the a-hole because she waited too long to ask. Because literally it was the day before.
It was literally the day before? Yeah.
Yeah, because it says...
Stuff's already bought, plans already made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to side with that. Normally, I think I would side with the person, like, requesting, like, hey, I have this, you know, a child with special needs, and then I have, you know, two... I mean, we all kind of have dogs, so it's like, well, you know. But I think more for, like, the kids' sake. But, like, if you're only... It's how important is it to you if you're only letting them know the day before?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, and things come up, and you get, you know, behind on stuff, and you mean to do it sooner, but then at the end of the day, you know, that's unfair, too, that they already made all these plans. If they were given prior notice with more reasonable time frame, they could have made other plans, because I'm assuming this is like a right next door neighbor. So that's really sticky. Fireworks are a really sticky situation because... You know, we hope that it's one day and we can make adjustments for people that are needed to make adjustments for animals. But truth is, people blast them off all month long, you know? Totally. So that's the real issue personally that I have is like, it's annoying to just constantly hear them. 2 o'clock in the morning, there goes a firework. My city, it's not even legal, and we hear them all the time. I don't care about it on 4th of July, personally, but it's like, okay, nobody needs to hear you doing it for every week leading up to it.
Yeah, no, totally.
I think the neighbor might get off easy because of the day before.
Yeah.
On this one.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But let us know what you guys think. I'm curious to see what the masses think about this one.
Yeah.
If it was you or if it was your neighbor, what would you do?
Yeah. Am I the a-hole for never helping my siblings with their kids at family events? Dun, dun. My husband and I are both child-free. And I have multiple siblings each. I have 3 older siblings, my sister, brother, and brother 2. I have a grand total of 14 nieces and nephews. Hey, this is my family. Who's writing this? Which is a lot, I know. My sister has 6 kids and is a single parent. My parents like to host family events and invite all the kids and grandkids. They're old, and I'm cherishing the remaining time that I have with them. I don't want to skip these holidays because I know how many I'll have left with them. Recently, at the 4th of July thing my parents threw for my siblings, they went off on me because I never help with their kids. Quite frankly, I don't like almost any of their kids. Okay, so wait. Okay, when they said...
In my defense, I hate the kids.
I mean, hey, it's pretty simple. It's not you guys. I don't like your kids. Because at the beginning, I thought that's what they were talking about. Like, I don't know how much longer the kids will hang out with us. Okay. Okay. That's funny. So that was a curveball. I didn't see coming. I try not to read these ahead of time. I just make sure it's like the gist. Okay. The 2 I like are old enough that they don't even need anything from me. Changing diapers, feeding babies, chasing toddlers has no appeal to me. And I don't like my siblings enough to want to spend my holiday babysitting for them. I just want to spend time with my parents. Okay, hang on. So it's not even I want to see my siblings. They want to see their parents.
The parents, yeah.
Got it. Okay, this is all making sense now because I don't know how, because I was like, geez, bleak. I don't know how much longer I have left with my siblings. I'm like, what? Okay. It's just true still, but okay, talking about the parents. Yeah. As soon as I got there, both my sister and brother number two, were asking me to change diapers, which they knew I wouldn't do. Then I'm being asked to help feed the babies, which I said no to. Then I'm asked to help change a toddler that emptied a ketchup bottle on himself, and I say no again. They know that I have no intentions on child managing, so I don't know why they even asked. My sister's kids were crying, and then she started crying and yelling at me. I told them if I wanted to take care of kids, I'd have some myself, and if she wanted breaks from her 6 kids with 6 different deadbeat dads, maybe that was not a good idea. That's what they said. No judgments here, but that's what they're saying. My dad and my husband are both on my side, whereas my mom and siblings, so it's not her husband getting yelled at either. It's the woman. So this is a girl writing this, okay? My dad and my husband are both on my side, whereas my mom and siblings all think it's my responsibility as a sibling to help. My siblings never helped me with anything, like ever. They wouldn't help me move. They wouldn't help me put up a fence when a hurricane took down mine. I feel like the relationships are supposed to be a give and take, and all they do is expect to take from me. Am I the asshole for never helping with childcare at family events?
I don't think so. But I think what's happening here is like a breakdown of communication, or like perhaps people not respecting other people's boundaries. Like,
Totally.
I feel like this person, if they don't want to help with the kids, that's fine.
Yeah.
That does not, in my opinion, that does not make them an a-hole. But what they need to do is they need to sit down their brothers and sisters and say, when I'm coming to family events and holidays and whatnot, it's because I want to spend time with everyone, but it is not my responsibility to take care of your kids, and I don't want to do it, nor will I.
Yeah.
Then it puts everything in the court of the siblings. They're either now not respecting your boundaries, which is their problem, or what, you know what I mean? Like, I think if they're not communicating that, though, and they're just expecting their brothers and sisters to understand that inherently, then that is their problem for not communicating the boundary. You know what I mean?
Yes, but honestly, though, like, as someone with children and lots of siblings, I just personally would never be like, here, change my kid's diaper. Here, feed my children. Here, clean up this ketchup bottle spilled toddler. Like, I wouldn't, you know? Even though that's great if they want to help, I don't think I would ever make anybody feel obligated to do that. You know, my sister would be the number 5 who just had her first baby, you know, a year ago. And up until then, and even now, I would still want to do that to her, you know, or even my sister on the other side of that is 5. I wouldn't say any obligation to anybody. And I just find it interesting that you're a sister sibling, you have to help. You know? She didn't sign up for that, I think. So she didn't sign up to have kids purposely, intentionally. It sucks that we do have to sometimes establish boundaries. But in this family, it looks like she's going to have to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's what it is. It's like, you know, I kind of had that like epiphany just from this book that I read. I don't know if I've ever shouted it out on here before, but I know I've told you about it. It's called Set Boundaries, Find Peace. And it's so good. And one of the things that she brings up in there, she's a therapist, and she's like, you can't get mad at people for not respecting your boundaries if you don't communicate what your boundaries are. And I'm like, that makes complete sense, because it's just assuming that like other people know what our boundaries are and can read our mind. And so at the end of the day, it is up to us to establish our boundaries, because other people can't read our minds. Then if they decide that they're going to disrespect your boundaries after you've clearly stated them and communicated them, now that's a different issue. But, you know, I mean, for all, like, is she saying these things to them? Or are they, like, living under the illusion that it's like, oh, well, we all help each other, so, like, why isn't this person helping too? You know what I mean? Just assuming that they would.
Because it takes a village and all that.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it's one thing if you're like offering to help or like occasionally helping, or like, you know, some things are within your scope of, like, I know for me as someone who's childless, I feel like the things that I can help with, that I'm comfortable helping with, are like, I can do dishes. I can clean up clutter. I can, you know what I mean? Like, do stuff like that. But, like, I don't necessarily feel super comfortable, like, exactly, like, cleaning up someone's kid. Because, like, I don't have kids. So I'm like, what do you even do here? I don't know.
Changing a diaper. My daughter was the first one I ever changed. And I had a ton of kids around me. I never changed a diaper before her. Call me lazy. I don't know. It's like, I don't know what to do with that. Like, what?
Yeah. So it's like, you know, maybe she's helping her parents in other ways. Is she helping cook the food? Is she you know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know. It sounds like a breakdown in communication, which I feel like is most issues.
Yeah. Especially with the am I the a-hole stuff, for sure. It's usually a miscommunication.
No.
Yeah.
Not the a-hole.
Not the a-hole. Yeah. But might be time to set some clear boundaries. But it's a bummer that what a damper on the 4th of July, you know?
Yeah.
You really got to have a nervous breakdown now. Now? Really? Okay.
Well, at least they're not fighting over a hot dog eating.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
All right, what do you got?
Here's another one. Bring in the drama with people. Okay. So would I be the a-hole for not letting my boyfriend go on his 4th of July trip? Okay.
Let's find out.
So I, a 24 female, have been dating my boyfriend, 25 male, for about a year and a half. We do mostly everything together except for most holidays, since he and his family are from a different state. Last year, my boyfriend went with his hometown friends on a 4th of July trip to a lake near Austin, Texas, since that is the state he grew up in. I did not go last year, nor was I really invited, but I didn't mind because I had other plans with my family and we had only been dating for 5 months. But his other friends were taking their girlfriends of 2 years, and the other friends' girlfriends were not even official last year, but still went because she knows all of my boyfriend's hometown friends since she lives in Texas now. So it sounds like they do this trip and they're all pretty like established, but she was like new. So she was like, whatever. Yeah. I have my own thing going on anyway. Okay. This 4th of July trip plan rolls around, and my boyfriend has been telling me he is excited for me to come this year, but my boyfriend does not actually plan the trip because his best friend who's in the group does. Mm-hmm. He informs my boyfriend that there is no space for me this year to come because he forgot about me. Meanwhile, all the other friends' girlfriends are invited, but me. When my boyfriend told me, I got really upset because I thought I would get to go from what my boyfriend had said months earlier, even though nothing had been planned at that point. So then I asked if it was just a boys' trip, which I would have been fine with, and he said no. Then I asked, well, why don't we do our own thing for the 4th? But he said he wanted to go on this 4th of July trip with his friends since he had been doing this for 6 years and never gets to see them since he lives in a different state. I have no plans for the 4th and will be just sitting at home, and I told him I did not want him to go since I was not invited because I wanted to spend the holiday with him. He told me I was being ridiculous and that I could find something else to do for the 4th and not to be so dependent on him. Would I be the a-hole for not letting him go on the trip?
Well, not to be dramatic, but I think this sounds like it's about a year and a half into the relationship. This is setting some clear, I don't know, expectations and where he views her in the space of his life now at about a year and a half. 5 months? Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
The next year, though, where it sounds like she was planning on for a few months and didn't make other plans, it's kind of like, for me, if it was me in that situation, I'd be like, all right, I know where I stand, you know? And this will probably fade away into not being in that relationship anymore.
Yeah.
Because what do you mean you don't have space for me? Like camping at a lake. What do you mean? That's like BS.
This seems like a red flag to me.
Yeah, red flag.
This is because it would be one thing if it was a guy's trip. If it's a guy's trip, who cares? Go. I don't care. Right? But it's like everyone else is bringing their girlfriend, but you're not invited. Like that to me just screams red flags. Yeah. Because at the bare minimum, it seems like he would be like to his friend, right? Yeah. If he was a good boyfriend, he would be like, hey man, that's kind of messed up. Can we like figure out a way for her to come since like everyone else's girlfriends are coming? Yeah. Like she's just going to be at home, but all the rest of you are couples. Like that's weird to me.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So there's like a few avenues that it could take for that red flag, right? Could be another girl that's there already, right? Or it could be some guys are just stupid and don't think about things, right? But he's not making sure that there's a space for you in his life is one of them. And then the third one, help me out here because I just forgot.
It's either he's shady and he wants to hang out without you on purpose. Yeah. He's clueless and he's not standing up. But then he's not standing up for you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the fact that he is like okay with it and just like, oh, figure it out. It's kind of like it's a precursor to how you should expect things to move on and move forward in relationships. The year and a half, I feel like, is a pretty good amount of time to have yourself established in a relationship. What is that going to look like if, say, you do have children down the line? Like, how is this dynamic going to continue to play out if it's already happening now that you guys are established from what we're hearing? This is giving, for any of you guys who have been around for a while and you've watched our holiday episodes, remember that episode about the guy who there wasn't enough chairs at Thanksgiving for his girlfriend? Yeah. This is what this is reminding me of. It's like he's not willing to stand up to his mother-in-law who made sure there weren't enough chairs so that she had to sit there awkwardly. His ex-girlfriend was still invited to family Thanksgiving. That's where you're going to end up if you let this continue. Yeah. You're going to end up at Thanksgiving with no chair. Yeah. That is the moral of the story. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think she's the a-hole, but the twist is that the internet does.
Oh, see, okay. Here's where I'll clarify. I don't think she should tell him he can't go. But I think they should break up.
Yeah, same. Yeah. You know? It would be like, don't tell him what to do because he just showed, it's like.
He just showed who he was.
He just showed you who he is.
Yeah, don't fight it. Let him be it. And say
like,
goodbye.
How old are you? You're 24. be gone with you.
Yeah.
Go do your own thing.
He just showed you who he was. Believe him.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if it's already happening, like you said, it's going to be no chair at Thanksgiving. Good luck.
Yep. You're on the pipeline to no chair at Thanksgiving.
You know, and that
brings
me... You guys, life is too short and there's billions of people in the world. Pick someone else. Just do it. You know?
Yeah. You want to pick the guy who
will fight for you.
Who would be like at the very bare minimum would like look at his friend and be like, what do you mean there's not enough room for my girlfriend? Why is everyone else bringing their girlfriend?
Yeah.
Like the
and
fact
maybe I don't want to go then. That's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Like not the guy who's just going to be like, why are you making such a big deal? You're not invited, even though everyone else is invited. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want that guy. No.
It's
red flags,
scary.
red flag.
Yep.
Yeah. But don't tell, that's the lesson, right? That I wish that I would have known when I was in my early 20s. Like, you're not going to change his behavior. So just all you can do is choose whether or not you want to be there for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you can remove yourself at any time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So did they say she's an a-hole because in general? What did those comments say?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look at all that.
Just that she's an a-hole for not going. Or for saying he can't go. If she says he can't go.
Yes, that would probably be why, I would assume.
Yeah, that's
like
why
don't tell him what to do.
Don't tell him he can't go. Just don't be there when he gets back.
Yeah, exactly. Be like, yeah, go.
Yeah, but
see you never.
We're done. Yeah. We don't need to do this anymore.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There you go.
Okay. What do you got?
Well, I'm nosy and I want to see what this is all about. Am I the a-hole for accidentally getting my neighbor arrested for shooting off fireworks at midnight? My neighbor, 3 houses down, is a big fireworks guy. Every 4th of July, he shoots off a ton of them well into the night. For clarification, fireworks are illegal where I live, but obviously it's a 4th, and police aren't really going to crack down on it too hard. And I've never had a problem with it, so no harm. Okay? However, this year, he was apparently planning some big show for his family and friends. So he's been testing different types of fireworks for the past 2 weeks. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
Calm down, guys. I'm talking stuff that I am certain is illegal in all places. In all states. Massive fireworks that you would see at fairs and professional shows being set off in residential neighborhoods. The community...
super dangerous.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Fire. You're going to catch somebody's house on fire. The community I live in is mostly elderly people and some migrant families who do not speak English very well. Not the type of people who are keen on calling authorities. 2 nights ago was the final straw for me, however. It was 12:30 at night when the guy starts shooting off something that sounded like a freight train and it exploded right above my house. I saw sparks raining down from right outside my window. And this idiot and his friends just start cheering and hollering like they won the lottery. I called the cops in the morning, and to make a long story short, he got arrested for the fireworks that he owned. They found him. His wife must have worked out that it was me who called because she came over and told me through my screen door that I'm a terrible person and they were just having some fun. What a great guy her husband is and that he might lose his job over this now. Left me thinking that maybe I should have talked to him about it before calling the cops, but he fired that crap way too low, and if he had hit my house or anyone else's house, they could have been hurt. I did not intend for him to get arrested. I figured they would just give him a ticket and take the fireworks. So, am I the a-hole?
Yeah, I feel like you should have talked to him first.
Yeah.
Like, just go over there and be like, hey, man, like, this is kind of uncool. And then if he decides to continue, then call the cops. Like, I don't feel like the cops should be the immediate response.
Yeah. I would say we would have to know the relationship of the neighbors because listen, I live in a very small community and there are people that you would not be able to talk to about that ahead of time.
Yeah.
They would 100% know if you ended up calling the cops if they didn't do it, and they would retaliate, you know?
Yeah.
Or they would just be crazy at you. But then I have a lot of most of my neighbors that'd be like, oh yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll stop, you know? So it just depends. Because to me, this, and I don't know this person could be passive aggressive. So yeah, they'll just call the cops and let them handle it. Or they could already have a history with this neighbor. We don't know any of that. So that's tricky because he also didn't think he was going to get arrested. I wouldn't think somebody would get arrested either.
No, but that, like, that kind of tells me, like, what was he doing?
Yeah,
Did he?
Well, how much fireworks did he have in there, man? His
Or,
house
like,
gonna blow up.
Or like, was this not his first offense, and that's
Yeah.
why he got arrested? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it depends on the dynamics.
Because why
between
were
the
they able to
neighbors.
search his house too? Did he just have them all out there? Like, come on, it's you.
There's some unanswered questions here.
Like,
Yeah.
how much fireworks we talking here? People's like houses have blown up from storing
Yeah.
illegal fireworks inappropriately. So hey,
Yeah.
maybe it needed to happen. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
I'd say, like, if you and your neighbor have, like, a normal relationship and, like, you can communicate and they're not crazy, then, yeah, obviously talk to them first. If you have a history and you know that they're just going to be crazy, then maybe
Might
calling
be
the cops was the
safer.
best option.
Yeah, it might be safer to call the cops. This guy has a lot of access to fire weapons. So I don't know. It could go either way. You know, he's got to, because then you could have somebody that's really crazy and purposely shooting them to your house, you know, and you're going to have to call the cops anyway. So maybe that's what they sorted out. Who knows? But yeah, the internet voted, not the a-hole. You got to do what you got to do, especially because it's 2 weeks leading up to it. So yeah.
It's a lot.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
What do you got?
Am I the a-hole for refusing to eat pork even though it's the 4th of July?
What? Is that a thing I didn't know about?
I don't know.
It's like a tradition, like turkey on Thanksgiving?
I don't know. That's why I
heard of
chose this
before.
one. I was like, I love this. Okay. All right. I have chronic migraines. One of my triggers is pork, which is a problem considering I'm from a barbecue city.
Okay. Okay.
My family
St.
loves
Louis,
pork.
Texas. Where are we talking?
Yeah, exactly. My family loves pork and has even tried to trick me into eating it before by sneaking bacon into food, specifically on my dad's side.
Guys, that's weird. Let people live their life unpork affected. Jeez.
Jeez. I was over at their house and they had 3 racks of ribs for 4 people. They also had sausage, so I was intending on only eating the sides. I mentioned this to my dad and his wife goes, "Come on, it's the 4th."
Okay.
You can eat just a little, and we spent so much. I replied, "I don't think you heard what you just said, so I am going to let you retry saying something else." Apparently, that was disrespectful and rude, and my father wanted me to apologize. I have not apologized. The thing is, this is not the first time that she specifically has overlooked my food, quote-unquote, preferences, as she calls it. I have multiple allergies, and she has stated that they will not cater to my preferences, even though I could die. I have said that I won't be going to events where there will be food or I will eat before. She thinks it's disrespectful to her food. She also threw away my EpiPen because it was clutter and she doesn't like needles.
Those are like $500 now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
This specific food problem is not fatal, but I feel justified in standing up for myself, but I could have worded it a little differently. So am I the a-hole?
No. This one's easy. You're not the a-hole. God.
I chose this one because I was like, why are people so freaking crazy over food stuff?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's bizarre to me. It's
That's
like
weird.
literally crazy. Like you have to eat the pork on 4th. It's the 4th of July. Obviously, you have to eat this.
You have
Like,
to
no,
eat
I don't.
16 hot dogs, obviously. What?
So crazy. Yeah,
No,
the
that's
internet
weird.
said not the a-hole. Yeah. I can't even imagine. Like, that's so crazy to me.
And sneaking it in, like, it's okay. It's getting creepy at this point. Like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. All right, for fun, let's throw in some bonus ones, right?
Okay,
so
let's
let's do another hot dog round, shall we? Am I the a-hole for eating my brother's hot dog? Okay, so this isn't super serious. Thank you for clarifying.
Wait, I feel like what this is teaching us is that we just need to do an Am I the A-hole hot dog edition and just see what we can come up with.
Why are there so many?
Why are there so many?
It was easier to find hot dog related stuff than just 4th of July stuff. Okay, so anyways, this isn't super serious, but my brother did get really mad at me about it, so I'm wondering if I'm the a-hole here.
Okay.
I, 26 female, was at a football game with my brother, 18 male, last week, and I got up to get a Coke. My brother asked me to get him some nachos, and I said, okay. Concession stand, closest to us. that I went to didn't have nachos and only had hot dogs. My cell service was bad in the stadium, so I couldn't text him and ask if he wanted a hot dog instead. I was going to just go back and ask if he wanted anything, but decided to get a hot dog in case he wanted one. And if he didn't, I'd eat it because I was kind of hungry myself. All right,
okay.
That's all good
fair.
reasoning. These are
I
decisions
love
I
that
would
we're
make.
setting this up
It's
so
like,
thoroughly.
Good backstory. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like reading a novel. Okay.
Yeah.
When I got back to him and my dad, they were both gone to the bathroom, I presumed. So while waiting, I got really hungry and I ate the hot dog. And I figured I would just go back and get him one if he wanted something.
Yeah, like no big deal. Okay.
He didn't even know a hot dog was coming. Okay?
No.
Right?
You can't miss something you didn't know you had. Okay.
Or can you guys?
Okay.
Tell that to my kids. Golly. When they got back, my brother asked if I got him nachos, and I informed him that they didn't have nachos, only hot dogs. This is where they made the mistake. This is where they should have stopped talking. Okay, right here. We feel at the moment that it all went south. I informed him that they didn't have nachos, only hot dogs, and that I got him one, but I was hungry and I ate it. So I would go back and get him one if he wanted. Shouldn't have told him though, because then he missed it. He got so mad and said I was wrong for eating the hot dog. Morally wrong for eating the hot dog. And he was irritated the rest of the night.
That's
Again,
crazy.
Are men okay?
Are men okay? Like, literally.
Moral of the story.
Don't tempt a man with a good hot dog. Like, otherwise it's going bad. Like, what is going on?
Hey, this week, think of us when you see hot dogs. And if you end up having a hot dog story, please, for the love of the crow, send it to us. There's a, am I the a-hole moment? I ate all 16 hot dogs before my family came back from the lake. Okay. Am I the a-hole? Okay. So I asked him multiple times if he wanted me to go get something, and he just refused. My dad said he sulked the whole rest of the night. I probably could have handled this better, but am I really the a-hole here?
No.
The rest of the night?
I don't understand. Was he just hangry? Like, did he just need some food?
Yeah. Sounds like it. Well, you got 2 legs. Go get it then.
I know. Or she even offered to go get you
it too.
Like, why? Yeah.
Go find the nachos. I'm sure one of the stands has it. Figure it out. It's weird. It's weird.
It's weird.
And she's 26. I'm assuming the brother's around the same age too.
Well, no, they said he was 18. I thought they said 18.
Oh yeah, sorry, 18. Okay.
So
then dad needs to handle it. Tell your kid to suck it up. Buttercup.
And also, he's 18. He's not 10.
No,
like,
exactly.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And a 10-year-old would let that go too.
Yeah.
The first comment says, sounds like everyone was hangry. Next time, buy 2 hot dogs.
Yeah. Buy 16 hot dogs, I dare say.
But they were voted not the a-hole. So.
That's good. Because they didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, good stuff.
Okay. All right. Last one.
All right.
Am I the a-hole for putting up Halloween decorations in July?
Aw, Summerween. Happy Summerween, everybody. That's really what we should do. Summerween episode.
Yeah, there you go. So last night, along with our youngest daughter, who's 8, I decided to put up some Halloween decorations. My husband was going out with our middle daughter for the night, but before he left, I asked him to bring up the box of new Halloween decorations I had purchased. He did. No problem. My daughter and I spent about 20 to 30 minutes just decorating the mantle. When he came home that night, I was in bed with our youngest. He walked in the door and yelled, "What the hell is going on here?" He was beyond upset over our decorating.
Okay.
Yeah. He came upstairs and said, I didn't ask him if I could put up the decorations and didn't include him. He also said he had no idea I was going to be doing this, even though he brought the decorations up for me. I don't understand what the big deal is. Yeah, I get it. It's July and most people don't decorate for Halloween this early, but who cares? Halloween is my favorite holiday. Seeing it makes me happy and helps with my depression. On top of that, I'm going in for surgery in August and I won't be allowed to do much for at least 6 weeks after. So am I the a-hole?
Moral of the story with all of these, it's not that deep, guys. Calm down.
Why does he care?
Why does he care?
I just have to take this opportunity to give my husband a shout out. Okay. Literally, I used to only decorate for Halloween on the 1st of October because I was trying to not make it crazy, right? Well, then he was like, well, that doesn't give you enough time to enjoy it. So he was like, why don't you just do it at the beginning of September because that's my birthday?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So I started doing it at the beginning of September. Okay, literally, just in case you guys haven't seen this on social media, Michael's just came out with all their Halloween stuff, so it's officially out. Okay, I told my husband that. He was on it so fast yesterday. We ordered our first Halloween town decoration, and he literally goes, yeah, put it up as early as you want.
Oh, I love that. That's good.
I know.
That's good.
See, that's what your husband should do.
Yeah. Like,
literally.
You guys, we're all on this floating rock together. Like, none of it matters. Who cares? Ugh. It's all made up. Put up the Halloween decorations if you want. Who cares?
Whenever you want. Literally
I mean,
whenever you
that's
want.
even better reasoning that she has, because I've been in that position too, that it's like, I'm not going to even have time to decorate when the technically allowed time would be, you know? So if July is the last moment that they can do it, pretty much, whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Yep. Not allowed.
The internet said she is not the a-hole. I know. I'm like, I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. Are you going to decorate the house?
Yeah, you're not. Or you'll say you are to try to prove a point right now, but you still won't. Yeah. And also, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. So, yeah, actually, the one that we got, I have to tell you guys, because we have like a whole Halloween town, you know, that we put out.
Yeah.
And so we buy like usually one new one to add like to our Halloween town and then our Christmas town every year or whatever. And they had one that looks like an old haunted Blockbuster.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so that's the one we got this year.
That's good. Way to circle back to the beginning here with video stores.
I know.
Love when that works out. Good. Oh, that's cute. That is cute. All right. Well, you guys let us know over on Instagram when we post these this week, which will probably be Wednesday, I think. So we'll post it to the people. You can vote on the polls. A-holes or not a-holes. And please, like we said, send us your hot dog stories.
Hot dog stories, 4th of July stories.
Yeah, we'll repost
Bonus points if it's a hot dog 4th of July story.
Yeah.
Okay. What have we learned today? We've learned that the 4th of July really is just a holiday about eating hot dogs.
Yeah,
and all of its varying
problems.
Degrees. And not
even fireworks. Fireworks as a problem. I do like the drone shows that some like lakes and stuff will do. They're really cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah. But I got to be honest. All this hot dog talk sure is making me hungry. Not going to lie.
I literally, and I'm not making this up, I literally ate hot dogs today. I'm not even kidding.
Liz, way to vibe. Yeah.
Like, I'm not even kidding. That's what I cooked myself for lunch before this.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, she didn't even know I had the hot dog stories. I surprised her with that one.
No idea. Yeah. They just sounded good,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I mean, hey, who doesn't love a good hot dog or 16, you know? 16. All right. Well, you guys, we got to do an Unhinged Smash or Pass. It is your turn to go first, I think.
Well, I went with the like summer 4th of July theme.
Same. Good.
Okay. So it's multi-layered.
Okay. You love a good layer.
So Smash or Pass. Christopher Maloney as Gene, the cook in Wet Hot American Summer.
You got to show me who that is again. I'm bad with names.
He's one of my favorites. He's a smash for me for sure, because he's just so unhinged.
I'm forgetting who.
You've seen Wet Hot American Summer with Paul Rudd.
Yes.
He's like he's the crazy cook. Hold on.
Yeah. There's so many people in that. Oh. Yeah. Smash.
Smash. Yeah.
But you said it's multi-layer. Do I have to pick between him and somebody else?
No. Okay. So that's just layer 1. Okay. So I'll pull up another photo of him because he inspired the second layer of this discussion. Okay, so I'll just show it to you. So this is him. Okay, so he's got. So my second part of this would be Smash or Pass a crop top on a man.
You know, if the shoe fits, wear it. You know,
if the shoe fits, wear it.
I can't say that I wasn't thinking about that the other day. You know. Specifically, proudly, just like you eating a hot dog before this. I was wearing a crop top and I was like, dang, they just don't make men wearing crop tops like they used to in the 80s. And especially because we weren't really around for that time, but we'd see like, you know, the old 80s like shows where they're roller skating with their crop tops in Venice Beach. It's like, you get it, man. It's always ripped and tan, so go for it, you know?
I am 1,000% in support of the man crop top coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just
Why not? Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Let's go.
I agree.
Bring it back,
well,
guys.
I'm glad that we're in agreement on that. Hopefully, I think you guys, I think it's going to be a pretty common, you know, you guys are going to agree, I think.
You know, it's something that I think we need to let people know that we want back. Because I think it's not talked about. I don't think as we as a community talked about that A+ sounds good, you know?
Crop tops on men, A+.
Yeah, but it has to work, you know? Has to work.
Yeah.
Has to work. Has to work with their vibe. You can't force it. You know if it's your vibe or not. Or else it seems forced. Even like I love like short board shorts. Great. But sometimes it just doesn't work with their aesthetic, you know? Not about physically, just like their vibe as a person.
Yeah, short board short and a nice thick thigh.
Yeah. Cassian would be all over both of those. Cassian, short shorts and a crop top he'd be into.
We're just like talking about guys wearing tiny clothes now.
It's so funny to visualize though, like the giant ones.
Yeah, it is funny. But that's the thing, is like you can pull off the short shorts better if you do have buffer legs.
And if you have a bit of a sense of humor too.
Yeah, sense of, you got to be a little silly.
Yeah, you got to be a little silly, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It brings a certain,
because I'm not taking you
air.
seriously, that's for sure, you know? I mean.
Well, that's why we had to build off of the cook from Wet Hot American Summer, because he brings that crazy, funny energy.
Yes.
That's what we're looking for.
Yeah. That's all we're looking for in life. Yep.
Oh my God. I love it.
Okay, well, I got a whiplash for you here. Okay.
Great.
Smash or pass, Walker Texas Ranger.
I think that's a pass, but like, because who plays him? Have there been like a few?
I think it's just one dude.
No. I think that you're wrong.
Probably.
Yeah, okay. So the original, that was Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. Yes, Chuck Norris.
Okay. I'm not a Chuck Norris lady, so I will say pass. Sorry about it.
Yeah, that's a pass for me.
However, the new Walker Texas Ranger is freaking Jared Padalecki. Yeah, that's his name. The brother from Supernatural. Which guy?
Brother?
Not Dean. The other one. Can you see him?
Oh, well, that changes things.
So Jared Padalecki, I think that's how you say his name. Guys, you guys know.
I saw him in Vegas one time. He is tall. So
he's very tall.
Chuck Norris, not so much.
That's a smash for sure.
Yeah.
Winchester, if it's a Winchester brother or dad, let's be honest, it's a smash.
Yeah. So, you know.
But yeah, the original, that's a no.
Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't cross him because he can kick some booty. That's
there you go. Sure. Okay.
Yeah. Stay on his good side.
Okay, so we're in agreement on this then. So the old version, no. The new version, yes.
Yeah, that's a given though. It's less unhinged.
Yeah, it is less unhinged.
It has to be the old one that we're talking about. Because there's going to be people out there who's like, hey, well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. A lot of people are into Chuck Norris. I remember one of my college roommates was very into him.
See?
Yeah.
See? Mm-hmm. There you go. Something for everyone. All right, you guys.
Walker Texas Ranger in tiny shorts? And a crop top? And a cowboy hat? You're welcome for this picture that we're painting for you.
A little bit better. It's a little bit better. Not going to lie.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you got it, flaunt it. That's my opinion. For everyone out there.
Totally.
Do it.
100,000,000%.
If you don't got it, flaunt it. If it's your vibe, do it. If you want to, do it. It's
about the energy you bring to the table.
You got to just be confident. Just do it. Work it. It's Brittany, bitch. Okay, so you guys, thank you so much for joining us for this another round of Am I the A-Hole Holiday Edition. This time, hot dogs and 4th of July. We appreciate your time. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts, including YouTube. And go check us out on Instagram and TikTok at Besties in the Books Podcast. But you guys, we'll see you
next
Tuesday. Bye. Whoa, hey, bye. Oh, wait. Also, maybe Anne of Green Gables soon. So watch out for Fridays.
Maybe Friday.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Bye. But not this Friday. Soon. Okay. Bye.